All right, check it out. I've got some unreleased footage from a convention last year at the end of the year in 2023 at the Music City Multicon. I tried to film a full episode for this, but it just didn't seem to piece together good enough to go on the main channel. So instead, I've got this vlog style video put together for you here, just to give you a little bit of a idea what's going to happen here. I'm putting together a bunch of CRTs that I'm taking to this convention, and I'm setting up a booth there, and it's a repair booth where I will actually go in and be fixing some CRTs. And then I did a class, and so all the good stuff is in here. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching the video. All right, everybody, check this out. We've got the full lineup out here on a beautiful sunset evening in the fall in Virginia. Just look, have you ever seen anything more glorious in your life than the beautiful sunset, fall skies, leaves changing, and this mighty 6 CRTs? And these are the ones we're lining up and getting ready to load up for the Music City Multicon. I've got them all out here, and they're about to go in there. All right, it's early morning. I'm getting ready to hit the road finally. I've got the Grand Marquis filled with CRTs. You see them back here? I've got a couple in the trunk. The old Magnavox is riding shotgun with me. So let's hopefully get a safe trip down the road, and I'll update you once we arrive at the convention. All right, so I just got checked in. Check it out. I've got a freaking badge with my name on it. Now I know it's backwards because I'm having to use the camera backwards, but how awesome is that? So I finally made it. This is the back door to the expo right here. I'm gonna go over to the car and we're gonna get all the CRTs out, and then we're going to set up the booth. Let's do it. Oh, baby boy, here we go. We got them all floated. Looks like everything's safe. Now we gotta get the booth set up. But yeah, all 6 of them. Well, hey again, guys. I've been working for like an hour solid setting up my booth because it's almost time to open up for the public. We have a little bit more time, but I'm actually gonna show you what my booth looks like right now because it's awesome, and you gotta check it out. All right. How awesome is this? First off, this is my first time to have 3 Retrotech signs for a booth and a monster-sized booth. I mean, it's like a double-sized booth. Look how awesome this is. And again, no one's in the show yet, just other vendors. But we got the lineup here. Tell me this doesn't look like some awesome TV store from 1999 or something, right? You got the big, awesome JVC set right there. The Toshiba. I got some tools I'll be using to demonstrate, and then the CRT for the Sony PBM $10 raffle. It's set up right there. I got the other Sony Trinitron KV1324 set up with that awesome, beautiful Super Famicom that my buddy Belmont hooks me up with. What a cool gift. Then we've got that Magnavox that I just hope this one doesn't sell. Remember? I hope it really doesn't sell. I hope I get to take it back home with me. But if someone wants it, I won't deny them their CRT. How awesome is that, right? So cool. And hey, maybe the best part about everything is that I'm right beside the bathroom here. Like, I know that's backwards because the camera lens is backwards, but I'm right next to the bathroom, so that means when people are in there doing their business, they can come out here and meet up with me and do some CRT business. Well, it's nighttime, and the convention's just starting to get going. There's not a lot of people here on Friday nights. It seems to stay a little empty, which is probably a good opportunity for us to go around and look at some other things at the convention. So I'm going to hang out at the booth a little bit more. Maybe we can sell, I wonder if we can even sell 1 CRT tonight. Let's see if we can get 1 CRT to go on Friday night. I don't know. Maybe we'll be lucky. I'll update you, and then we'll go look at some other things. All right, it's Saturday morning, and I'm getting things set up for the second day here. And guess what? I did sell a CRT. You'll notice one's missing down here. I'll show you some more about that in a second. But that little white Sony KV13 was the first Sony and the first CRT to sell at the show Friday night. All right, so here's what's left. I still have the Magnavox, of course, and that's where the Sony KV was. It's gone. Still have our little PVM. I'm not sure exactly. I was going to do that raffle, but I didn't get really much interest on that last night, so I'm just probably going to scrap the raffle idea. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might still sell it. Who knows? Got the Toshiba and the JVC-D series ready to get set up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sony's gone. And that leaves a big void there on the table. I got to do something about that. All right, so the CRT booth is rocking today. We've got some demo units set up that I've been running some things on. I got some help from Chris, the Displaced Gamer, and we're using this amazing little Tektronix TSG13A multi-format signal generator. And this is basically what you would need prior to the 240p test suite to run your signal generation tests. So let's turn this on and we'll get some signal in this PVM, and then we're going to actually test out this old Trinitron here and see what it looks like, this KV1223R. This is a really old sweet set there. How about that one? All right, so let's just roll through some of these test patterns here live in the booth. We've got different color bars. There's the famous SMPTE bars, and this has just, so you cycle through the functions. Supports a lot of great formats, pretty much everything for analog video that you need. So just check out the red, green, blue on that line. Go over here, we've got white, black, and like, what is that? 0%, 50, 100. Okay. This is called chroma noise, chroma response. Look at that. And that's actually supposed to look all whacked out on the colors like that. Convergence check. You can even check your convergence and your geometry with this old thing. Some other patterns. These look really cool. Step up patterns, ramps, steps, ramps. There's some pulse bars. I'm gonna multi-burst so we can check. You can check the tube's resolution. Sweep, reduce sweep. Let's look at this cool matrix. Got it all, baby. Look at that cool generated pattern. Bow tie, bars. Okay, there it is. So that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna take a second, hook up the PL, or the, sorry, yeah, KV1223. What? I'm never gonna get it right. KV1223R. All right, we've hooked up this KV. This is actually a year older than me. It's from 1982. So got a 40+ year Trinitron here. And Chris told me he didn't think it looked good, but I don't think it looks too bad. It looks pretty good, just considering its age. Plus, we got some warping there on that edge. There's the red, green, blue. This is RF. This is demodulated or modulated. That old RF modulator. Let's go through, check some of these other patterns out. Here we go. So yeah, you can see we've got, look at this little hooking. We've got, I think that's probably more of a power supply capacitor issue if I just had to guess. Maybe a deflection capacitor. But that's something we definitely have there. Oh, that shows you another good hook. Look at there. I'm sure it's out of calibration. Matrix. See down there, got a little bit of that hook again. So I don't know, this one doesn't look too bad for 41 years old. Hey guys, so it's been one heck of a show. I mean, I just got done with my presentation, and then I came back here and I showed people a little bit about the CRT tube analysis machine, or the rejuvenator. And then I sold all my CRTs except for one. You're not gonna believe it. The only one that didn't sell is this one. Look, this lonely Magnavox. And funny enough, this is the one that I actually didn't want to sell because it's modifiable to be S-video and component level, and I just love it. And I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't sell. I mean, I guess I'll take the money, but it's so funny. So this is the only one I've got left. The poor booth. It's pretty empty now. And that's the 1340 that I use in the presentation. And we'll see what's in that box later. But yeah, thankfully I was able to sell all these CRTs, and I'm gonna try to relax and hang out with some cool people, my friends, and then I'm going to show you around this show when it calms down a little bit more. I guess we could say the CRT repair booth is a huge success, because no CRT left without getting a little love and care. Now, still don't know what's up. Nobody wants to buy my Magnavox. That's okay. And I get to take this lovely little wood grain beauty home. So that's just incredible. I don't think I'm going to repair anything else today. So we'll just maybe wrap the shop up and go have some fun finally. Well, everybody, believe it or not, I sold every CRT I brought. That was a total of 5. So this was a gigantic success. You can see here the booth is just completely empty, and that's it. It's Sunday afternoon, and so like I say, this was just a huge success, and I even got a free CRT thanks to Howard. Alright, so before I take off from the CRT shop and Multicon, let me show you some of the CRTs that are here. Now this has got a jumpy 480i image from the lovely 3DO there. This is a KV. It's actually, which one we got here? 27S45. Not bad inputs there. Right beside it, I really like this one. How about this JVC I'm going to show you? It's an AV2779S. Check it out. Down here you got same kind of inputs, right? Let's look at the front of this. It's got a lot of character. Look at these side speakers come out here. Look at that one. So this is pre-D series. Really an older set. Just looks so good though. Right? Like a cool 27 inches right there. Jaguar. Look at these Jaguars. Awesome. All right, before I go, let's see, which way should we go? Let's go this way and we'll go back around those others. Philips Magnavox. Yes, the last CD, or the last of my CRTs to sell was that Philips Magnavox. This one, just pretty standard, smart series television. Let's take a look at the inputs back there. And the label.
Music City Multicon guests at 2:30.
There we go. Look at this Emerson.
Now, directly across the hall.
That's a cool one. It's a flat screen, 20 inches.
South Hall is the Daily Trejo Q&A. 20 minutes from now.
Ooh, look at this
Walk
Sony.
over, find you a seat, and get ready for an interesting afternoon with Danny.
Ooh, interesting afternoon, huh? There you go. Splatterhouse. This one's got to have component input, right? What do we see back there? Anything good? Yeah, there you go. There's the inputs. And there's a bottom number right there. How about that? All right, so let's go over here now. This looks like the same, well, another Smart Plus series Philips Magnavox. So this has like a bubble tube, but it's not nearly as pronounced as like the Toshiba sometimes does, especially the JVCD series. JVCD series, speaking of which, right next to it, and it's got that tube lean of all angles that it's just a little bit more pronounced than this Philips tubes. So that's obviously the D series, right? With the black shell. And we all know what the inputs are on that. It's fun, you know, interestingly enough, there's no flap down front input on this set. Let's actually see what we have back there. There you go. Sony flat screen. Ooh, a Xenocrisis, right? That's fun. It's a Vega. Probably the same kind of FS120, baby. Good old FS120. And then flat screens. All right, we don't care about those. Let's go look at the other ones. All right, here's another look at this. I mean, that's unfortunate, just nobody's here enjoying these things. It says, what's that one? V17? I'm not seeing this one. V17. Look at that. That's intriguing. It looks pretty similar next to that, right? There you go. Philips Magnavox. Look at this little guy. This doesn't even have a brand on it. Oh, Mark C brought that. Cool, Mark. This looks pretty good. Some people help out and bring CRTs. Mark C's brought quite a few. Another Magnavox. Saturn, baby. Look at that one, Philips. Let's see what this was about. 20 DB 6923. These are mostly 20 inches. There's Memorex, classic knockoff right there. There's Sony KV. A lot of these people. Let's see. Sanyo. This is actually a lot more 20 inches this year. Emerson's, Sylvania. Those are pretty much the same TV, just a different brand, those two. Oh, look at this. They're going to try to go flat screen with the light gun there on the... Which one? There's another Emerson. Sony, that's FS. What is that? 120? Guarantee you. It's another KV. So this Emerson's... Look, it's the black Emerson. SD 20-inch Mark C with the interesting collection. Oh, here's one I'm going to do a special on soon. Is Samsung Slim Fit. This is just a small one. I think mine's just as wide as this. But... all right. Let's see which one of these is actually worth maybe looking a little closer. Look at this Dynex. Almost looks like it's a flat screen, right? But it's not. It's actually bubble tube recessed on a flat screen. Dynex, baby. I'm trying to trick you into thinking it's a flat screen CRT. That's pretty funny. This one's cool. Look at this Philips. This is the one we saw with all those cool inputs. Oh, it's even got a DVD player in it. That's pretty epic. Probably has nice stereo sound. Side inputs. That one looks pretty interesting to me. The Philips. Very nice. RCA. Oh, and just a couple more flat screens. And that's I know it's a quick rundown, but unfortunately the show it's just not had as many people here this year. That's a quick rundown of all the CRTs and what they're doing with them. Well, everybody, that's gonna round up this amazing trip I've had. I can't believe I sold every single CRT I brought to this thing. That's pretty unbelievable. And so that means, I guess, we're gonna have to move forward with this plan on eventually getting a store. The thing I realized after going on this trip is that there are lots of people that still love these machines and want to see them working. They want to learn more about it. It really blew me away. There were some kids in there that were not even out of elementary school that were coming up, and they knew so much about electromagnetism and how a CRT worked. I couldn't believe it. And then there were numerous times where, again, just a lot of kids that were, I bet I had half a dozen kids come up to me that were the same age as my kids, talking to me with passion about this old hardware and totally intrigued by it. And they say, this stuff looks good. The old stuff is always better than the new stuff. So hopefully, I think things are starting to turn a corner with this stuff, and I think it's all going to be good. So I'm really hopeful. And again, it was a fantastic convention here. And if you want to know more about the convention, I'm going to be telling all kinds of secret stories about the late night things that, it's a little too uncensored for a regular video on YouTube. You'll have to come to the live shows for that one. So definitely put your subscription on notified for RetroTech so you can be aware when the next show is going to be, and I'll be able to tell you all about my new friends that I made here at the RetroCon, here at the convention. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time with some more retro content.